I guess you go on later. But I'd rather leave my kid with a rock and roller. It's called Bethany. In the later afternoon, it sort of softens on the avenue, wasting the remainder of the day, drinking off what's left to the glasses on the table. The couples pay their checks and walk away. And I'll be here tomorrow and then every day that follows, till I see you later on this week. Will you come and pick me up when I get up off the bus? Will you help me get my stuff out to the beach? When we met, I was the reverend. You were in the congregation. Didn't happen right away, but pretty soon. And I never had a calling. I just had a strong desire to be the one that stood up in the room. So when I was a child, I used to fixate on the chaplain, the way he brought those widows all to tears. And that seemed like a decent way to make a little living here. I gave myself to God for a few years. Built a chapel off the exit on the highway outside Harrisburg. Saw that new development back then. Parishioners would come to me, cakes and little pastries, asked me for my blessing once again. But I've never fought the feeling I was faking all the faithfulness. Every single sermon was a fraud. Drifted through the rituals, prideful, high and pitiful, and pissing off a petty, vengeful God. Pissing off a petty, vengeful God. Parents are both ancient now. I'm staying at their summer house, clear out on the weekends when they come. To my sisters and her daughter on the fringe of Philadelphia, their skinny cigarettes and snapping gum. Well, I'm grateful for the place to stay. I'm caddying on Saturdays. The money's not as good as it was when we were teenagers. I walk back from the golf course, I cut through a couple backyards, try to keep my eyes pointed heavenward. In another prior life, the Reverend and his wife, sitting in the kitchen making plans, unaware of all that mess, the pressure in the flesh is capable of making it a man. But I never really fell, 'cause I was never quite convinced. I do admit I miss all the simplicity of a woman and a man. Though I also understand the reasons you no longer want to be with me. I can see why you no longer want to be with me. The devil came in hot. Someone called the cops. I explained to them how much it is you mean to me. The cuffs, and they made a click as they wrapped around my wrists. Everybody's got some version of security. Somewhere there's a life where the Reverend has his wife. Jesus has his ministry in Galilee. But the sunset looks like blood from the windows of this bus. Somewhere between Harrisburg and Bethany. Somewhere between Harrisburg and Bethany. Somewhere between Harrisburg and Bethany. I'm gonna change guitars, hang on. All right. This song's about punk rock. But it's not really that complimentary. It's like I love punk rock and all that, but man, you hang around long enough, it's gonna turn on you. I bet Vanessa ran in front of her building. She was vague and dazed and drowning. She says she's got a new man and he's in a new band and they got a new sound. Yeah, well, hardcore's in the eye of the beholder. I got a broken heart. From 1989, I was holding my head in the hands from the heat. There were elbows in my eyes. Vanessa said that there's threads that connect us, flags and wars we should never accept. Angelo said that there's snakes in the smoke from the cigarettes. Evan isn't all that concerned. He said it's mostly about what you wear to the show. I think the scene's gonna fall apart pretty soon. I heard a song that I liked on the radio. Things change quickly. Just remember I still love you. And I'll circle around the block tonight between 9 and 10 o'clock tonight. You're still standing there. I'll take that as a sign. You agree it was a sucker punch. Punk is not a fair fight. It's never been a fair fight. It's never been a fair fight. Said there weren't any rules. There were so many goddamn rules. Said that they'd be cool. There were so many goddamn rules. Some industrial vampire had it scratched into his skin. Someone's got something from the store down the street. Someone got their head kicked in. If the cops shut down the shows, just remember that we tried. And I'll meet you at that place we crashed in 1999. If you're still staying there, I'll take that as a sign. Well, the drugs, they all ganged up on you. It's never been a fair fight. It's never been a fair fight. It's never been a fair fight. Yeah, I once in service. I didn't know what to say. Everybody's talking about the joie de vivre. Guess I didn't see it that way. I saw him snap off the filters. I guess he liked how it burns. Everybody's talking about his song and his laughter. Guess I'm still not sure. Yeah, I knew he was hurting. I was not exactly walking in bright light. Yeah, I knew it could happen. It's never been a fair fight. It's never been a fair fight. It's never been a fair fight. True story. All right, I got time for one more. I want to leave you on a positive note. Positive jam, right? No, this is... What's going on here? That's not good. This is about... Oh, man. I'm going to do another new one, just because... I don't even know if I know this one. We'll get through it together. I took Clayton as a name the day they said that I was saved. They said the Lord just reached his hands down, formed me out of clay. Oh, I've had some problems, but I'm not the one to blame. The Lord made me this way. The Lord made me this way. There's a woman I've been seeing. I've been seeing her in bars. Her name's actually Emily, but on stage they call her Star. The drinks go down so easy, but the rest is pretty hard. Change the names they give us, but we're stuck with who we are. I stick around after the closing. The barman locks the door, lets me clean the glasses up. He helps him sweep the floor. Don't do too much talking, but he pours a couple more. The summer's long since over, but I stuck around the shore. I bet Dana knows a bit of it. I bet she disapproves. I bet she's at her husband's house. Bet it's nice and new. 2 years ago I finally took the stone out of my shoe, and now I'm walking straight and true. I forgave myself to you and for Daniel in the motel, in the bathtub when he died, like he didn't know what had hit him. His face still looks surprised, and I went through his wallet, mixed what was his with mine. But I should have closed his eyes. I should have closed his eyes. I took Clayton as a name the day they said that I was saved. They said the Lord just reached his hands down, formed me out of clay. I told Emily I'm broke right now, but I'm not the one to blame. The Lord made me this way. The Lord made me this way. Lord made me this way. I'm Clayton. Thanks for being here. Thanks for having me here in Charlotte. I love it. Thanks so much.